Welcome to Salinas, California, known for its agriculture, the hometown of author John Steinbeck, and rampant gang violence. But something pretty magical happened here in 1948, and one clue is right around the corner here. Marilyn Monroe? Yes, the nearly forgotten tale of how the legendary Marilyn Monroe arrived in Salinas starts now. In 1948, Stanley Seidman, no relation, owner of Carlisle's Jewelers, was trying to drum up business for his jewelry store. Stanley's diamond supplier was also a part-time movie booking agent. He had a few Hollywood connections. They came up with the idea of bringing a young Hollywood actress over to Salinas, California to promote the diamond store by signing autographed pictures and raffling off a diamond ring. The up-and-coming actress they hired was Noreen Nash, but at the last second, Noreen Nash had to cancel, and another young starlet was sent in her place. That girl was none other than the recently renamed Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn arrived Thursday, February 19th via the Coast Starlight train right here at the Salinas Amtrak station. Details about Marilyn's time in Salinas are slim. Remember, in 1948, Marilyn Monroe was barely starting out in Hollywood. She only had one uncredited role as the voice of a telephone operator in the 1947 film The Shocking Miss Pilgrim. But here's what we do know. After being picked up at the train station by most likely Stanley Seidman, Marilyn Monroe checked in right here at the Jeffrey Hotel. Hotel opened in 1888 by Mr. James Jeffrey. Now this hotel was already 60 years old when Marilyn arrived in 1948. This building is no longer a hotel. It's now offices, and they help people with low-income housing. And a fun fact, my very first apartment was right across the street from the Jeffrey Hotel. If only I lived down here in 1948. Who knows, I could have met a young Marilyn Monroe. Of course, I'd be in my 90s now, which would not be cool. That afternoon, she was invited to attend a Kiwanis Club meeting at the Santa Lucia Inn. This is where the swanky inn once stood. Now it's the site of a senior living center. While at the Santa Lucia Inn, Marilyn met the president.
Happy birthday, Mr.
No, not that president. She met Randy Barsati, president of the California Artichoke Association. He was trying to promote his artichoke industry, so he nominated Marilyn as Artichoke Queen. Here's a picture of Marilyn getting the Artichoke Queen sash, but I think this happened the following day, so we'll come back to this in a minute. Not bad, it's your first day in a new city and you're already crowned queen. Artichoke Queen. After being christened Artichoke Queen, Marilyn then heard a sermon by Reverend Ed Bowling about the religious and spiritual life of Abraham Lincoln.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!
Marilyn joined the Seidman family at Cardmatori's Italian restaurant. The building still remains, and it's still a restaurant, but now it serves upscale American food. Marilyn walked right under this archway. Decades later, Mrs. Seidman, Stanley's wife, remarked that Marilyn held their 2-year-old son in her lap the whole time and entertained him. That's one lucky little kid. Friday, February 20th, was the day of the big diamond promotion. Earlier in the day, at some sort of luncheon, is when I believe Calchoke presented Marilyn with the Artichoke Queen sash and an orchid corsage. Then they took publicity photos to promote their ag business. The sash says California Artichoke Queen 1948. And look, they're presenting her with artichokes. Then Marilyn arrived at Carlisle's Jewelers, which is now a mortgage company. This was the site of the diamond promotion. This is the whole reason Marilyn Monroe came to Salinas. To come here, to Carlisle's Jewelers. There should really be a plaque right here marking this occasion. Let's go inside. The inside of the building has been remodeled a bit, but this is where Marilyn sat and signed autographed pictures as the throngs of curious people piled in. It was quite the scene for this sleepy little town. Notice, earlier in the day, she was still wearing the orchids given to her by Calchoke. Now, did anybody actually know who Marilyn was? Probably not. Maybe some of the guys did from Marilyn's pinup work from years earlier. I think this guy had a Norma Jean pinup poster in his locker. She was signing these headshots with her new moniker, Marilyn Monroe. One of these photos went on auction in 2011 and sold for over $37,000. But the coolest part is, get this, on the back of the photo, there was a handwritten date on the back, and it said February 20th, 1948. That's the day of the diamond sale. It's one of the Carlisle's Jewelers pictures that was sold. I'm voguing, not only because it's fun, because on Friday at 8 p.m., Marilyn Monroe arrived right here at what once was the Vogue Theater. This is where Marilyn raffled off the coronation diamond ring. Jim Seidman, Stanley's brother, remarked that Marilyn wore a gown with a very plunging neckline. Maybe that's why the only picture that exists is a very modest profile shot. And it looks like Marilyn is reaching her hand into some kind of envelope or box, pulling out the winning raffle ticket, or perhaps showing the coronation diamond ring. Now, I can't find any record about what happened to the diamond ring. Who won the diamond ring? Does the diamond ring still exist? Also at this event, Marilyn was crowned Diamond Queen of Salinas. Not bad, your second day in a new town, and you're crowned queen again, this time Diamond Queen. No wonder she was so good at singing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Maybe she put that on her resume. I'm the Diamond Queen of Salinas. I have diamond experience. Welcome to Castroville, California, the Artichoke Center of the world. I didn't make that up. It says so on that large sign. They're all about the artichoke here. Artichoke fields, artichoke benches, giant artichokes. Now that's a thistle I could really choke on. Also, at the heart of this little town is Marilyn Monroe. Franco's Norma Jean's Club, named after Marilyn Monroe and showing her as Castroville's Artichoke Queen. Marilyn is rising right out of an artichoke. There used to be a large portrait of Marilyn Monroe right here. You can see it in an old Google map. And one very cool piece of Maryland memorabilia is inside the Castroville Chamber of Commerce. But we can't go in there right now. They're doing some kind of remodeling or revamping. I called them yesterday, and they said the item is gonna be on display soon. And that item is Marilyn Monroe's 1948 Artichoke Queen sash. I will return once it's on display to look upon it with my own eyes. And I'll make a little video of it. Now, Marilyn was in town for about a week, but we have no idea what she did on Saturday, Sunday, and the rest of the week. What we do know is that they had to order more pictures for her to sign. They thought 200 pictures would be enough, but Marilyn signed well over 1,200 pictures. But Marilyn never forgot about Salinas. A few years back, Vanity Fair published some excerpts from her diaries, and in a 1951 diary, she writes, "Caught a Greyhound bus from Monterey to Salinas." She was in Monterey at the time filming Clash by Night. Whatever happened on that trip is either buried deep in one of her diaries or is completely lost to time. I'm Stanley Foss. Thanks for watching. Hit like if you liked it, hit subscribe if you loved it, and I'll see you next time.